Hey guys, Scott here, Pine Barren Craftsman. I'm doing a quick video review on my plow truck. And this is a plow truck that has been with me for a while. It turned into a plow truck. It was my daily driver. And I wanted to go over a couple things about it that I wasn't prepared for, and some things I learned, and some things I'm impressed with, and some things I fixed. So let's get right to it. And remember, at the end of this video, like, share, subscribe, and please turn on all notifications under your settings, okay, for mobile app, to get alerted for all the new videos that come up. All right, so this is my 2004 Chevy 2500 HD, okay, 3/4 ton truck. These are the factory wheels, minus the hubcaps that came on it. And this is the 8.1 engine, okay? This is a big block, 8.1, it's 496 cubic inch. Now, I know you guys are saying, yeah, I've seen this truck all over the place. And yes, you probably have. You've seen it with the 6.0, you've seen it with smaller engines, I think the 4.8 gas engines. You've seen it with the Duramax. Everybody knows about the Duramax. Not everybody. But, so a little bit about this truck, okay? It's slippery out here today. I want to highlight that. I'm going to get right to it. This is ice, okay? This is a sheet of ice. It's not damp out, so it's like dry ice, so it's a little sticky, but it's still slippery. And that goes all the way up this hill. It's a very steep incline for a vehicle with regular tires. You can't really get up this hill. You got to have snow tires. And these marks that you see here, this is for the people that are not from the North Woods. See these little scratches? They're actually from my tires. These tires are Wranglers Duratrack Goodyear, and they are studded. I believe it's an 8-ply tire. I was told 10-ply tires are good for up here for the stone and the shale type of roads. These are the studs. This is like stuff I didn't have in Jersey. Okay. There's holes that were drilled in to these tires, and metal studs are put in them. There's a line of them on this tread, and then there's a line of them on the inner tread. And there's nothing here, I don't think. Okay? And that's enough for me to turn these tires in 4-wheel drive to get this plow up and down. And plow, I plowed about a foot of snow up this road, and this ice is here all year. So I'm plowing on ice. No chains. I have a set of chains, just in case. But this was the first thing I learned when I came to this region and living on the road that I live on, is to get the tires with the studs. You can run them, I think, from October, November until March, I'm guessing. May, maybe? The truck's been through a little bit. The bed liner was botched and hacked. There's my snow chains. Got some trash in the back. But I'm showing you overall the truck that I built to push the snow. Now, on this particular truck, I have replaced, there's a cross member that holds this square here. Is part of a kit that I purchased from a local store up here to replace the cross member that holds up the gas tank and one of the shock mounts. So if you look up, that pipe there, that bar, where's my finger? That one. That goes and holds the gas tank. I was losing my gas tank. And that's from Jersey. It was like that when I got here. And that back spare tire mount can be replaced as well. But I did that welding in and putting a new bracket in. I coated it with some linseed oil. And I also coated it with some PB Blaster Defender after I did the install. And it's holding up okay. I can see some surface rust. But this is the first time I've been under here since I did it last spring. I did the cab corners. I did the rockers, rusted. So I cut them out and welded in new pieces. I had a cap on the truck. That's another reason why that inside liner was cut, for the cap to mount. I didn't have the factory brackets, I just got rid of it. This is a bull bumper. I don't think it's called a bull nose bumper, but it's a heavy, heavy duty bumper. And I'm going to tell you about this bumper, okay? Guy came down from the Finger Lakes back when I was living in Jersey, drove all the way to my house, and we swapped this bumper. It took us 3 guys to hold this bumper up and bolt it on. Very heavy duty bumper. It's coated. I don't know if it's from the factory with this coating on it, but this is a very, very heavy duty, like a rhino liner. It's thick. There's a plate here to get to your winch. There's a winch mount behind the plow, back there, that's that rectangle. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you, okay, this bumper on this truck, this was a Chevy setup, so that fits this truck, the bumper, but this plow is set up for an F2 or 350 Ford. Reason being is the Chevy mount bracket for this Fisher Easy Plow, or the Easy V plow, didn't work with that aftermarket bumper. So I had to go to a professional guy that has the experience to tell me what to do. I could have mounted this bracket myself and put the plow on myself, but that's a Ford mount. Some kind of a Ford mount. I don't know what year or whatever he said. Looks like it fits pretty damn good. But to me, that's what he said he did. You guys might know different just by looking at it and say, that's a Chevy one. But I trust the guy. He gave me a really good deal on the plow. When it's up at ride height, it definitely blocks the wind going into this truck. So I'm wondering, you know, I got to get the setting right where I have the plow to get wind blowing in. No matter where I have the plow, I'm always overheating if it's a warm day, like in the 40s. I'm thinking maybe if I take this plate out, maybe it'll let some wind through and get like some current flowing in. It shouldn't, but it definitely has a little bit of a problem overheating. Maybe it's just a truck itself. Maybe I got to check the cooling system. This plow, I got very little money into it. I bought it secondhand, refurbished, new lines, pump was gone through, and they did the install, all for I think about, I don't know, the same price it would have been just to buy the plow itself. Like, he was a pretty good guy. Mounted and everything, LED lights, the bumper. The wheels I talked about. I have an aftermarket set of wheels that have a little bit more of an offset, which I like. I don't really like the whole pizza slicer look, but it's what you need in the snow. Like, everybody's like, oh, they want to have a little poke or a couple inches sticking out. I did NorCal cut the truck, and I had a big set of 33s on here. It does have a level kit on it. Bilstein shocks. I put Cognito upper control arms. Little tiny lift, you know, and crank the keys, but they were rubbing. So I did a NorCal cut, and you see that little hacked up fender. I wound up cutting it completely off. So it's a little hacked here and there. I hit the pole one day plowing, so I got to get a new thing there. I'm a little rough on stuff, you can see that, but it's a great truck. You know, it pushes the snow. You can see what we got here. Look at this. Like, this is the mountain it pushed. That's up to my head level. You know, you can see the kind of snow we're working with here. I got this spot where snow likes to sit in the house. Like, I got to shovel it down. But it does the job. So if you guys are looking for a good truck, and I always recommend the V for homeowner use. This doesn't have a very tall blade. That's fine for me. I'm not pushing roads and stuff. I'm not trying to get the snow to get thrown, but this is perfect. You can articulate it into scoop, into V mode. You know, it's really a good deal. And with the 8.1 and the Allison transmission, I really feel like it's bulletproof. A lot of guys up here mentioned that to me. They said, you know, this is a good truck for what you're doing. This is the interior. It's not in bad shape. Seats are most comfortable seats that I've ever had in this truck. I love these trucks for the seats. There's the controller. We're going up. You can see that the truck moves around a little bit. So I'm going to show you scoop mode. scoop mode. And that really, when you hit the banks, it doesn't look like it's very high, but that plow will ride up the bank and push the snow all the way up as high as it did. So that pushed it over my head. And you could do V, which is cool, you know, and you can articulate each wing individually. I'll just do that real quick. See how one's coming back every time you touch the button? See? I enjoy it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know it's a little loud. That's the truck. If you want me to tell you a little more about the bumper, on the description I will. They're not cheap. So if you're into like a big push bumper like that, and they're heavy, that's one of the reasons why my tires were rubbing with the 33s, because I had the offset tires and I put this big heavy bumper on it, and it really brought the nose down. I had to crank the keys up just to counteract the bumper. With the plow, there's a lot of weight on the front of this truck. But I figured if I'm going to hit a moose or something, I'd like to survive. I'd like the moose to kind of get just pushed out the way. So that's the deal. It's cold. It says 16, but I think my hands are telling me something different. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this action video. And check me out for the next one. Thanks for watching.